Hey everyone, what is up? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Jen in the house. It's time. It is time to do the weekly Will I Buy It. I'm sorry that last week was in disarray, but your girl was tired. Things were not in line and I ran raggedy. So let's get back to it. And without further ado, if you want to know what the new makeup is, do I want it? Am I gonna buy it? Then keep on watching. Oh, video credit to Samantha March. She did come up with this video, so you can call it purchase or pass. You can call it hot not. You can call it upcoming makeup, my thoughts on new makeup, or will I buy it? But the girl still came up with the idea. So she also has a community playlist you can add your videos to, so you can watch other creators, see their style, what they think, what they come up with, and if they find any different makeup than you do. So if you like the style video, please subscribe. I hope that you'll stick around. And now let's get into it. Also, photo credits are going to go to Trend Mood 1, World News Makeup on Instagram, and then Sephora, Ulta, and I think that's it this week. So I'll always verbally say it in the video. If I do not, at least put it down below. But I normally like to try and list their names so that you kind of know who you're going to look for if you'd like to follow them and check them out on social media. So now let's get into it. Let me get out of the way. Okay, so let me get my handy dandy notebook and all my damn notes, and let's get into this. ColourPop, of course, because why not? The ColourPop Luxe Lip Gloss Set. So this does interest me. I am wearing the Luxe liquid lipstick, and then I have a little bit of Artist Couture lip gloss over the top of it. I'm not wearing any eyeshadow today. Sorry. I just wasn't feeling it. But anyway, so I like this set. I do feel like for lip glosses, if you get one of these and then you get the next one, they're gonna look really similar. So I don't know if you need the whole collection, but I think trying one of these would be really good. I did not get the price on this whenever I, got the picture and did all that stuff. So I know you've probably heard much more about them and whatnot. I do like them, but I don't think I would try the whole set. I think I would just want to try one and see if I like the formula and then go from there. All right. The next one is a Nordstrom exclusive, I do believe. And this is Tom Ford. Let me preface this by saying, I know that there are a lot of new makeup releases coming out. Particular, I would probably say the ColourPop stuff. There's a lot of ColourPop stuff that comes out, for example here. I'm normally not going to talk about it if there's not some part of it that intrigues me or interests me, or at least makes me do a double take. So if I'm leaving something out that you'd really like to hear my opinion on, make sure that you're tagging me on social media and different places like that so that I can look into that and take into consideration what you're wanting to see as well, instead of it just being about what I like or want. So now let's go from there. This is the Tom Ford SPF 50, the Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance Foundation. This is a big, long name. I know the price is outrageous. I think it's $150 for this foundation. And I feel like IT Cosmetics would have something very similar to this without the price tag. For me, Tom Ford intrigues the shit out of me. I want to try his blushes and his bronzers in particular. The foundations, I hear really good things about, but I can't. I won't even buy Pat McGrath, and I love her eyeshadows, but something about her foundation being that expensive and not having that of great reviews, I just have a hard time taking the leap. So I don't know if you guys feel me on that one or what, but I'll have to pass on this one, even though I look at it and go, oh, it's pretty, The next thing is Giorgio Armani. This is the Luminous Concealer. 20 shades, and they're adding 10 new shades. This is a radiant concealer, not to be confused with the Armani Power Fabric, which is one of my favorites. So I do think for $49, it's kind of expensive, but I do use the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Concealer. Boom, damn, shit, hell, piss. Why can't I talk tonight? Okay, But I feel like $50, like that's the same price as like my favorite foundation, you know, and this is not the same amount of product. So I think I'll stick to my Power fabric. I would like to try the Luminous just because I feel like my under eye area is getting a little more dry the older I get, even though my face is oily. So for me, I just feel like I want to start trying things like that under my eyes to try to make them, you know, a little more luminous, a little less crepey, I guess. So I'm intrigued. I'm glad they're making more colors because I feel like that's something that's definitely needed within Armani, Dior, some brands like that. I just feel like they need a broader range. And dare I say, without being attacked, they also need some lighter colors because the lightest shade in Dior is a little bit too dark for me at the present, and it's my favorite foundation. So they don't just need to go broader on the darker, but also on the lighter. I think they cater to a more medium skin tone, and I think they need to cater to everyone, all lighter and deeper. So that's just my opinion. The next thing is the Alamar Cosmetics Bronze Trios. I do believe that these are $25 a piece, and they do have a light, medium, dark instead of just, you know, making it all one palette and hoping people get it and can use a color. They've really catered to each sort of, you know, skin tone, light, medium, dark. And I really like that, and I think that the light one would be something I'd like to try, but I do feel like this is going to be something that we might see in a BoxyCharm box in the future, just because we get a lot of their eye brushes, their eyeshadow palettes, blushes, things like that. And I think that this new product would be something that BoxyCharm would want to put in a future box. So I'm going to hold out and see if I get it in a BoxyCharm box, but I am interested in this one, especially for the price and because I know the quality of their other stuff has been phenomenal. So the next thing is Pat McGrath Labs. This is a $32 concealer, which is much better than $49. And this has 36 shades. So this I do want to try. And they also have a powder, which I don't know if I got a picture of that or not, for the under eyes. That's around the same price range. And I am extremely interested in these two products. I feel like they're very reasonably priced for Pat McGrath, and I'm willing to take a chance for the lower, you know, price. I don't know how much is in it, so I don't know how much product per price capita, like value that you're getting, but I think this is something that I would like to try. The next thing is Morphe. They have some new continuous setting sprays coming out. They are $15 a piece. They have a mattifying and a luminous. So when I first saw it, I saw the mattifying and I was like, ooh, yes. And then I saw they had mattifying and a luminous and I was like, let's get it. I have their regular one. I just don't reach for it that often because I just have other stuff I like better. So I'm going to use up the stuff I like the most and then, you know, kind of fade into the other things that I have to use them up and not buy other products. So I'm not going to waste what I have, but it's not my top favorite. But I feel like having a luminous and a mattifying really speaks to more clientele and a lot more people are going to want to use this. The spray on this setting spray is amazing and the price is primo. So if you haven't tried it, you might now. Next is from Benefit, and I feel like this is like a throwback, but I haven't been wearing makeup that long, so I really can't speak to that either. This is the Benefit Cheek Stars. This has Dallas, Sugar Bomb, Georgia, Hoola, and Cookie, and I've wanted to try Cookie. But I think $30 is just too expensive, and then I think the whole package here is $60 for 5. So for me, that's a better value because I'm getting the highlighter I want. I'm getting a Hoola. I use that. And then I get to try some other blush products that I don't have from Benefit. So I think that this cheek palette in particular speaks to me because it has more to offer than the other ones have before it. So I'm excited. You can also get a small Georgia, Sugar Bomb, and Hoola. I think it's going to come in like a little mini trio. So you can get the big 5-pan and you can get the smaller 3. It's just your preference. And I think the 3 is going to be $40 or $45, but don't quote me on that because I don't know. Again, I didn't write down the price. I didn't have it at the time when I got the screenshot, and we've moved on and people probably know more about it than I do now. So the next thing is going to be the Huda Beauty Pastel Rose. I don't know what the price is going to be on this. This is another 9-pan For me, I kind of feel like because ColourPop has done the monochromatic 9-pan palettes, that other companies are seeing the wild success that they're having with those, and they're trying to duplicate that. And I just feel like I don't want anyone to do that. I want ColourPop to have their own thing, to have their own innovation, and for other people not to copy it and come up with their own, you know, next big thing. I don't want bigger brands to copy ColourPop. I want the opposite, I guess, because ColourPop is more accessible to people, and who does not? And I just feel like stop stealing. You stole the whole baking thing from Beauty Bakery, and now you're trying to steal the monochromatic, do a cool thing from ColourPop. Like, Huda, come up with your own shit, please. Your Tan Tours and the Liquid Shadow dual-endeds, and, you know, those things are really neat. I love your baking powder. I'm not talking shit about it, but I love that baking powder. I use it every day, but just be a little more original. That's just what I'm wanting. And I feel like the monochromatic 9-pans are sort of being duped out from ColourPop. And I just don't think that's cool. The next thing is ColourPop. And this is anime. This is Sailor Moon. I know the full collection is $89, but I don't know how much each individual little thing is. Not a fan of anime, so this is not something that calls to me. But if you are, this might be a good one for you. I did notice that it's actually more expensive than their normal collections, and I don't know if that's because of who they're collabing with, but if you like this, you'll have to let me know. I did write some things down. So it's coming out on February 20th, which just passed. Would be Thursday, I guess. And then it's got a lip bundle for $15, or you can get individuals for $8 a piece. They have the Glitterly Obsessed Body and Eye for $9. And then they have 2 blushes that are $12 and a 12-pan eyeshadow palette that's $20, which I think those are normally $16 or $18. So to see it be $20 is kind of like, why ColourPop? I mean, I know you got to give them their cut or whatever, but it just seems, you know, whatever. It did sell out pretty quick, so I know there's a lot of fans of it, but you'll have to let me know if that's something you're interested in, because I like ColourPop, I like their lippies, I like their blushes, I do like their eyeshadow formula, it's pretty good. I have a lot of stuff. You'll have to let me know if you want to see a ranking video for my ColourPop eyeshadow palettes, but this one it's not my thing. The color story doesn't call to me here, and so just for that alone, you know, I just won't. All right. The next thing is the Dior Rosewood. This is a matte shimmer sort of eyeshadow palette. It does retail for $49. It does have a base cream in it. So it's got a base cream and then 8, you know, matte shimmer shadows. $49 is pretty high for this 9-pan eyeshadow palette, which is only 8 eyeshadows. Where I love this color story, and I feel like if I was going to get a Dior eyeshadow palette, this would be the motherfucking one. Like, for me, this would be the motherfucking one. You know what I mean? But I'm just having a hard time with the price, because I've never tried Dior eyeshadows, so I don't know if it's worth it, you know? Like, I know that Natasha Denona is worth it. I know that Pat McGrath is worth it. I know that ColourPop is worth it. I know that Jeffree Star is worth it. So I will spend my coin on those things. But yeah, so they also have a lip glow that's $45. I've heard really good things about this lip glow, but it is insane to me to think to spend $45 for a lip product. I can get a whole set from ColourPop for $45. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry. The next thing is Makeup Revolution. Looks to me like it's blushes, highlighters, some new things that they have coming up. I do kind of feel like this plays a little bit off of the way that Milani did their latest sort of like blush highlighter little zhuzh they had, looking like a sunbeam and shit. But I am not a fan of Makeup Revolution. I've tried a couple of things, but they're just not... It's not the quality that I'm looking for in makeup, so I don't waste my money on it. If you do, the blush like highlighter thing actually looks really pretty, and I was kind of like, I might try that, because I've never tried anything like, you know, blushes, highlighters, anything like that from them. I had a strobe kit, but I put that in a giveaway. And then I've tried like some concealer foundation, but not a fan. So, but that one does intrigue me, and I don't know the prices, but I feel like it's cheap enough I could probably try it. And if I didn't like it, I wouldn't feel guilty about it, you know? All right, this next one I am fucking pumped up about. This is the Urban Decay Inked Longwear Brow Gel, which sort of reminds me of like a pomade and/or. They have the Urban Decay, the pin with the pencil, and you flick your hairs on, which is what I'm wearing right now. Hello. But this is like your sharp eyebrow pencil and that ink sort of loose to me is what it's kind of like. It's $26. It comes in all of the shades that the brow blade comes in. And I am here for this. I want to try Taupe Trap and Dark Drapes. So I do want to get 2 of them and I do want to try them out. Super excited about this. This is a definite for me. Like, I love Urban Decay brow products and this is probably going to be no exception. So I'm excited. I'm super hyped about it. All right. The next thing is Smashbox. I love Smashbox lippies. But I haven't really tried too much else. Their priming oil I use like when my eyeliners and things like that sort of dry out. I'll add that to it and it works great. But other than that, I just don't use a lot. So this is the Smashbox Halo Fresh Perfecting Powder Foundation and Hydrating Fresh Powder Foundation. It is a vegan formula. It is $55. So they have the perfecting one and then they have the hydrating one. So they have 2 of those. And then I know I've got a couple of pictures there, so I'll throw those around. And then they also have the Halo Glow Highlight Duos. And those are $46, I believe. $46, which seems kind of pricey for 2 highlighters. The foundation, I understand it's like a cream to powder sort of foundation. That's a very reasonably priced, depending on how many ounces you get, because I couldn't find that or see that or know about it. So you have to let me know if you like Smashbox complexion products and if you think this would be something that you would want to pick up. Okay, moving on. Linda Hallberg Cosmetics is coming out with liquid glitter eyeshadows and they're called Liquid Collision Interstellar. So I don't know the price on these, but I know that people that love Linda Hallberg eyeshadows love Linda Hallberg eyeshadows. So I don't feel like this is going to be any different. This actually intrigues me. Her other ones, just the color stories haven't been for me, but I feel like this in a liquid form that can dry down where I can wear a nice glitter shimmer on my eye and it dry down nice would definitely be up my alley. So I don't know what the price is on this, but I know that I'm very intrigued by this and this could be my first Linda Hallberg purchase. So I'll have to keep you updated and let you know. Okay, the last thing is my tried and true, bestest, favoritist, there's nothing in the fucking worldist that was better than this shampoo for me. This is Ouai shampoo and conditioners. I use Clean, and then when they ran out of Clean, I couldn't get it online, I couldn't get it at Sephora, I changed over to the Curly because I have wavy curly hair. I have super thick hair, very oily hair. I wash my hair every single day. On days that I work, I wash it twice a day. I work in food service, so to go to work clean is essential. And then to come home and clean yourself from the food and the grease and the grime is another essential. So I need something that's not going to strip my hair, but that's going to keep it healthy and just feels good, smells good, and is good. Ouai Clean was that shit for me. The shampoo was $28 and the conditioner was $26. So they recently did a revamp and they've changed and I am fucking devastated by this. But this is the new release. So they've repackaged it to look like their body cleanser. I do appreciate that these are larger bottles, only by about 2 ounces. 2 ounces for the shampoo and 4 ounces for the conditioner. So they're both the same size now. And they're both $28. And so I think it's 10 or 12 ounces a piece. But now it comes in fine hair, medium hair, and thick hair. They still have a quiz that you can take to figure out what you're going to use. I got thick hair based on what I did, obviously. I'm afraid to try it because I don't want it to weigh down my hair. The Clean shampoo and conditioner, the Curl shampoo and conditioner, perfection. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of nervous. I am excited because you can purchase your bottles and then you can get a refill. The refill is a 32 ounce pouch pocket that you can refill your container with. It is $56 a piece for the refills. So you can get the regular size for 28, or you can get, 10 to 12 ounces, or you can get 32 ounces for 56. So there's two different ones you can get. They are reducing their carbon footprint for plastic and those types of things on the earth, and I do appreciate that. But I just wish they hadn't altogether changed the formula, because when I find something that I love, I stick with it and I'm loyal to it. But I don't know if I'm going to love these new ones. So I'm going to have to go in Sephora, get a sample of the medium, get a sample of the thick, try it out, see which ones I like best, and then go from there. Because it's a lot of coin for their shampoo and conditioner. And if I'm not sure which one I like anymore, I'm going to have a hard time spending $28 and $56 on it. You know what I mean? But if I find the one that I like within the new 3, then all the better. But I felt like they had clean, they had volume, they had repair, they had smooth, they had curl. So they had a lot of different options, and now they only have 3. So I do feel like they limited their self there, and I'm just not sure how I feel about it. But I'm excited to be able to buy my shampoo and conditioner again. So there's that. That's the end. That's the end of my Will I Buy It? And you'll have to let me know what you think, what you're liking, or what you might want to be getting. If I missed anything, again, remember, tag me and I will talk about it. Okay, thank you. If you're the first one to comment on my last video, you're here now. Thank you so much for having your notification bell on, being a loyal subscriber, and being the first to comment. You're the real MVP. I love y'all. Do good, be good, you are good. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. I'm out. Bye.